Hello students, so today we will start the Unit 4 Societal Impact Part 2. So in this Societal Impact Part 2, we will discuss about the cyber crimes, cyber laws, IT Act, e-waste management and various health issues that are the cause of the technology. So we will start the chapter with the very first term, that is the cyber crime. So first of all we will aware with the term that what is cyber crime. So students, any crime that involves the computer and network, or we can say any crime that is the part of computer and internet is known as the computer crime or cyber crime. Or in other term we can say it is a crime in which a computer is used as a tool to commit an offense. So we can say cyber crime. Cyber terms is used for the computer plus internet. So the crime that includes the both computer and internet, and where the computer is used as a tool to commit an offense. So such type of crimes comes in the category of the cyber crime. So students, we have to follow some steps to protect ourselves against these types of cyber crime. So what safety measure we have to follow? We will discuss about that. First of all, we make sure our security software is updated. It means the antivirus software that we have installed in our system, we have to, after installation of that antivirus, we have to check time to time that it is updated or not updated, or regularly we have to update that antivirus software. And lock or log off your computer when you step away. When you far from your computer system, then you have to log or log off your system in that situation, so that any other unauthorized person can't use your computer. Go offline when you don't need an internet connection. If you don't require the internet facility, then you have to go offline. Next, consider sharing less online. We have to share our personal information, very less personal information, or very less information we can say on online. Think twice about using public Wi-Fi. If we are using the wireless fidelity feature Wi-Fi network, then we have to think 2 times about using that public Wi-Fi. And if we are using the Wi-Fi, then we don't have to share any sensitive data using the Wi-Fi. When in doubt, don't click. If we are visiting any online activity, or if we are visiting any site, then if you are in doubt that or if we can say that if you are watching your emails, if you are checking your mails, then if you are in doubtful case of any mail ID from which you have received the mail, so if you are in doubt regarding any link, then there is no need to click that type of link. So these are the steps, or we can say these are the safety rules that we have to follow when we by using these safety rules we can save us from the cyber crime. Now after that we will discuss about the various types of cyber crime. So here we will learn about that. A computer is the target of the attack, one type of cyber crime in which a computer may be the target of the attack. For example, a data breach on a bank site. If on a bank site data will be breached or data will be theft, then at that time computer is the target of the attack, and a computer is a weapon for an attack. And in the next type of cyber crime, a computer can be used as a weapon for attack. For example, a denial of services attack is done on the computer, then our computer is a weapon for an attack because it will deny to the user for the every hardware or software services that is provided on the computer. After that, it will deny for the all type of software and hardware services. A computer is an accessory to a criminal act. For example, digital identity theft, which leads to theft of funds from a bank account. So a computer is an accessory to a criminal act. So during the criminal act, if your computer is an accessory, so it means, for example, if your digital ID is theft, which leads to the theft of funds from a bank account. So here we will discuss about the hacking. So students, all of you have listened about the hacking process, and here we will discuss in detail that what is hacking process. So hacking is the process of gaining unauthorized access into a computer devices or group of computer systems. This is done through cracking of password and codes which give access to the system. So we can say that in hacking process, if we try to gain unauthorized access of any other person's computers devices, or we can say the group of computer devices, and this process is done by the cracking of the password and code of that system. And difference between hacker and cracker. So all of you have listened about the word cracker and hacker both. So hacker, that is used to hack the personal information, and cracker is that a cracker breaks the security of the computer system, and hacker is a person who likes to explore computer system and master them only for playful pranks. So students, here I will clarify the difference between the hacker and the cracker both. So hacker is a person who is trying to explore computer system only for the playful prank, and the cracker is the person who breaks the security of any other computer system for the personal benefit, or to damage or to harm the others. And types of hackers, here are different types of hackers are available. First, black hat hackers. Black hat hackers are the person with extraordinary computer skills, and black hat hackers use their knowledge and skills for the personal gains, probably by hurting others. So the intention of the black hat hackers is to hurt the other people by using their extraordinary technical knowledge. And white hat hackers are the person who use their hacking skills, who use their technical skills only for the protective persons, only for the defensive purposes. And this means that the white hat hacker use their knowledge and skill for the good of others and for the good of the society. So we can say ethical hacking is known as the white hat hacking, or ethical hacking is done by the white hat hackers. It involves some tools, tricks and techniques that the hacker use, but with one major difference, that ethical hacking is legal. So ethical hacking is not illegal, ethical hacking is not a cyber crime. So ethical hacking is legal. So white hat hackers involves in the legal hacking, or we can say in the ethical hacking. And grey hat hackers, these are the person who work both offensively and defensively at different times. So we can say their behavior can't be predicted. So grey hat hackers, we can say sometimes it may be predicted as white hat hackers, and sometimes it may be predicted as black hat hackers, because it may work for offensive and it may work for the defensive purposes. So it can't be predicted about the it can't be So now, after discussing the different types of hackers, black hat hackers, white hat hackers and grey hat hackers, we will discuss about the hacking processes. So by using the which processes our system can be hacked. So first of all, footprinting. We already discussed about the digital footprinting. So by using the digital footprinting process, our PC can be hacked by using scanning, and the scanning include the port scanning or network scanning. So anyone can scan your port or can scan your network for the hacking process and gaining access, password attacks, social engineering, viruses, etc. By using that, he or she, or we can say hacker can get access to our system, and maintaining access, he or she can, after getting the access, can maintain the access in our system for the long times by using the operating system backdoors or by using the Trojan viruses. So all these are the processing that can be involved in the hacking. And after that we will discuss that what are the skills that is required by the ethical hackers. So first of all, an ethical hackers have the knowledge or have the skills on Microsoft. And basically what skills are required for that? Skills in Microsoft software operations, configuration and management skills also. Linux. An ethical hacker have the knowledge of Linux, network protocols, firewalls, etc. etc. So ethical hacker have the knowledge in different types of skill, just like he or she has the skill for the Microsoft operations, configuration and management. And in the Linux, he or she has the knowledge of the operating system, Linux, Unix, security setting, configuration services setting, network protocol, TCP/IP protocol, how that protocol can function and can be manipulated, and the configuration of the firewalls, that is the security software or hardware, and the operation of the intrusion detection system. So these types of skills are required by an ethical hacker to hack any system. Now after that we will discuss what do hackers do after hacking. After hacking the system, what the purpose of the hacker? So it can clear the logs, we can say it can clear the whole data, and after clearing the logs it can hide themselves. It can install backdoor in your system. The hacker who hacked the system can use the system later. It contains Trojan virus and so on. So after hacking your system, the hacker can open the back door of your system, and the hacker can attack on your system later, and it may be possible that the hacker leave the Trojan horse virus in your system and patch security hole the other hackers can't intrude. So patch security hole means the hackers can set the system in your computer system by using the patch security hole that other hackers can't intrude your system. Installs IRC related program, install scanner program. It can install exploit program so that it can exploit our system. Exploit. It can install the denial of services program, and already we have discussed the denial of services program, that it will deny the services after having the all type of software and hardware services. It will deny the user to provide such type of services. Use all of the installed program silently, and after hack your system, hacker can install all the programs silently, or we can say all the virus programs silently in your system that can damage your system. So how to prevent hacking? So which measure we have to follow to stop the hacking? Download software from authorized website. Always we have to download the all type of software from the authorized website, from the trustworthy websites, and we have to scan all types of hard drives before running if we attach any hardware devices to our system. So we have to firstly scan such type of devices before using. We prevent from keeping easy password. So we have to always keep our password typical. So it may be the combination of numerical alphabet or any specific symbol, and we don't have to use the password just like our birthday date, our anniversary date. So that type of password can be hacked by your near and dear ones for the hacking purpose. So thank you and have a nice day.